What's going to happen first? New Pope elected or Shedeur Sanders getting drafted?
Well, he got drafted already.
Yeah. New quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, Shedeur Sanders. How are we feeling about his draft day fall? We got a little bit into it with Paradise. Is there any more kicking his back in we want to do / uplifting him for his escapades into the NFL?
Oh, uplifting or talk about it more?
You can uplift him. You could talk about it more. What's your opinion on the whole Sanders situation?
I don't know, bro. And again, I don't know if this speaks to the overall point that you were making, because I think you were also making a point about Deion Sanders and the way the family moves in general, and this might be more singular. But there's so many criticisms of like Shedeur Sanders being like flashy, being arrogant, not being even the best quarterback or whatever. But I don't know. Again, you're gonna have to course correct me here, because maybe they're more talented. But I just feel like there's a bunch of white quarterbacks that have been like that have just gotten it off. I feel like Joe Burrow, for example, like got that shit off so crazy when he was at LSU.
Because Joe Burrow was a fucking demon.
Okay.
What Joe Burrow did and won a national championship. This is my issue with Deion and fucking Shedeur and all of them. I was told for fucking 4 years that this nigga was the best. That this nigga is so good. That this nigga is this revolutionary prospect. And every time I went to go watch Colorado, them niggas lost a lot of games. Mm-hmm. They were a mid-ass program. When he was at Jackson State and they went crazy, this nigga just was overwhelmingly more. They had a better team than everyone else.
But you're acting like they didn't turn a program around.
Bro, I don't give a fuck.
A program that was in the hole.
But he's not. That doesn't make him good. That means that Travis Hunter was generational too.
I do feel like Travis Hunter.
Bro,
somebody they were like 2-11. They were like 2-11 before.
He is
and then they became a winning football team.
Yes, he was a good college player.
Okay,
not a good NFL prospect. He was never a good or great NFL prospect ever. That's why he ducked last year's draft. Shedeur was eligible in last year's draft and knew that he wasn't finna get drafted high because there was real ass comp there. So he stayed another year, went here and thought it was going to be sweet. And I think he was talking and moving all year like it was a foregone conclusion that he was going to be this top pick, to the point where, again, he has his dad and him coming out saying, if we don't like the situation, we're not going to go there. He's working out in New York Giants cleats way before the draft. Like, he's not this player that could do all the bullshit.
See, I do think things like that are bad. I think, like, especially in life in general, you can never make assumptions and you can never act like something's going to happen before the deal's closed. We actually talked about that with the Shannon Sharp shit. It's like, but if you're putting your business out there, if you're being braggadocious before you even receive your blessings, it's probably going to fall through because people are going to throw dirt on your name and those conversations are going to come back around.
And it's just like
that. But that being said, I do feel like 144 is crazy. I think that there's a lot of quarterbacks that have acted a certain type of way and like are not necessarily like they get into the league and don't perform.
Yeah,
and I think that's my problem.
But
you're talking about he's a good college quarterback. I think there's a lot of good college quarterbacks that like underperform when they get to the NFL. I just think it's like I don't know. I think this is really just more a perspective thing. I think it's a bias thing too.
Yeah, I don't think he should have went all the way like 144, but I don't think he was a second round quarterback at all. I said that before. Like, bro, I just don't like niggas telling me I should care about some shit that I don't need to care about. Shedeur Sanders' NFL ceiling is Andy Dalton. That's his comp.
That's a high ceiling.
No, it's not.
Andy Dalton was a great quarterback.
Andy Dalton was never going to win you a Super Bowl. Andy Dalton was good for maybe one playoff game in his best season.
I mean, you have this whole like championship or nothing mentality, but like if the Browns won some playoff games, that'd be dope.
Nah, they got rid of Baker and he did that.
Yeah.
And they treated that nigga like dog shit.
Also, that's another one. He was hyped up in college and didn't perform, right?
Baker Mayfield was 10 times the college quarterback that Shedeur Sanders even thought about being.
All right, so you really feel like he's just like not a strong player at all.
Yes, because all of my issues are with him as a football player.
I think because really, I'm really going off the game I saw in person, maybe like one other game, and then like what people are talking about and the Shannon Sharp tweet. So, or not Shannon Sharp, sorry, Stephen A. Smith tweet.
Yeah.
So maybe you're speaking from a perspective that's a little bit deeper on his performance level. And obviously Travis Hunter is an exceptional talent. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if you really feel like he's just not that good, then maybe that's part of the conversation.
Did you see Caleb Williams at USC?
Yes. No, that nigga was balling.
Like, there's tears to this shit.
But then came in and underperformed. You know what I mean? So you really,
but even when he was underperforming, though, you see the flashes of excellence, and they're building up a team around him. But you watch Shedeur and you be like, this nigga looks nice.
On Twitter, yeah.
Right?
But I respect that.
The
I
clips on
respect
Twitter.
that take.
I don't watch a second of college football. It's not interesting to me.
He
So-
didn't care about what Dion was building.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I think the NFL and college football is more interesting than the NBA to me. I don't know why. It's easier for me to engage with it.
I think the NFL might be more interesting than the NBA. I like the NFL a lot. I think the NBA, there's just more storyline. I think I really like that.
Football is the easiest sport to really dig your teeth into as a consumer because there's one game a week.
Yes,
You
bro.
can be a fan of a team and watch the one game and know everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As opposed to like it's impossible to watch every NBA game.
bro.
you
It's
know?
so difficult to keep up with that shit. to be
Yeah.
honest, in my opinion.
I'm just a fan of basketball.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, I just
can-
like the sport better.
Yeah, but I can
Yes.
objectively be like, football is a more entertaining watch because the points mean more too. Like, there's mad, like, each layup is not that consequential.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could get back, you could come back from 20, 30 points, but like 2-3 touchdowns, that's a big, everyone feels like a big moment, you know? So,
Football is also just so dramatic.
It
It's
is
It's
dramatic.
so funny, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, but NBA be dramatic. Niggas be talking crazy, bro. Anthony Edwards makes the NBA the funniest fucking show on the planet, bro. Just getting to hear his mic'd up after the game.
Yeah.
Or just all the shit that he was talking to now other players and the crowd. I love it.